Thank you so much for the very kind introduction and very good afternoon to everyone. I hope you are still awake and alive. As introduced, and I may be the only one who doesn't have a scientific background among panelists. Rather, I'm an economist by training and then doing the practitioner work, both at national government as well as international institutions. It's only last 5 years I joined the University of Tokyo and actually they established, founded the Center for Global Commons, because after 40 years working as a practitioner, domestically, nationally and internationally, I thought the time has come for us to create the interface institution to promote the collaboration among scientists, practitioners, policymakers, and business sectors, because the challenge we are facing is global and systemic. The solution should be also global and systemic. And that's the reason we established the Global Commons Center. So in response to your first question, what is a global commons? This is actually that I borrowed that concept from Johan Rockström. You may know him, you may not know him, but then he and his group, Earth system scientists, had presented the first concept in 2009 because Earth system scientists realized that something wrong is happening to the planetary system. So they identified 9 important key subsystem of function which support the stability and the resilience of the planet system. Then they measures and each of the 9 systems where we are against their tipping points. So this is a result, latest result, showing that we have already transgressed 6 out of 9 boundaries. Of course, climate change is already in red, but the bigger red, huge deficit is actually in biodiversity. And very recently, they also found that the water, both gray water and green water, we transgressed the tipping points. So then maybe in September at UN General Assembly, the group will announce that even ocean, we go outside the tipping zone. So in a nutshell, scientists are telling us that our relationship with the planetary system has been really in dire situation. And in order for us to stay within the planetary boundaries and continue to have a sustainable, prosperous, decent lives in planetary boundaries, we need to completely transform our economic system. Why is that? Because if you take a look at those 9 boundaries, what is the root causes of our transgressed those tipping points? It's our economic system. Climate change, finally we came to know that it's us, the human being, who changed that climate system, the biodiversity loss, that the water, soil, those challenges are coming from our food system, our city system, our manufacturing system. So unless we change our economic behavior, that the system, we will continue to undermine our very foundation of prosperity. And that's why I think we need to find a way to how to transform our economic system and social system. So based on this scientific discovery, together with Johan Rockström, the PIC, and a few other international institutions, we came up with this action matrix. We call it 4x4 matrix, so that we need a 4 economic system to be transformed. It's an energy system, city system, food system, and then our circularity, so that the 4 economic system to be transformed by 4 enablers or 4 action levers. So that is that an horizontal, vertical, that thread. The first one is how to set the vision. What kind of institutions we need? The very good example is, for instance, climate change accord, the Paris Accord. Then the green one is economic metrics, because our economic system needs to be transformed so that what kind of change we need to bring to the economic system. Maybe one example I want to talk a little bit later is a natural capital. Why we continue to destroy the planet system? Because our system think nature is free goods. We take it for granted. That's why we continue to abuse it to the extent that the nature was finally wake up and started to threaten our lives. Then the third one is more like an inequality aspect, that then we came to the very high cost, that unless we take care of the inequality, any kind of sustainability effort will be backfired. So that the social inclusion is very important. And maybe the last one, the yellow one, maybe most relevant to this conversation, is the science, that the data, technology, and AI. These are the very important lever to transform those economic system change. At the same time, it can be also kind of double-edged sword. So we need to find a way to how to leverage them to the good, to our interest. So these are four systems to be transformed by four enablers or action levers. But this is my last slide. But one thing I think we need to bring this to the conversation is the risk of misinformation, disinformation. This slide came from World Economic Forum Davos, and this is the latest one, Global Risk Report. They ask that the Davos participants that what is the biggest risk in your business or in your society? And this is not the science, it's actually that the business people are asked. And according to them, particularly if you take a look at the right side, the long-term risk, that the top 4 out of 10 are all natural system risk. It's amazing that from business point of view, not the scientist or not the nature point of view, but the business point of view, the nature risk is huge. It's really looming. But another interesting point is that the number 5 and 6, and also short-term risk, is disinformation, misinformation. So that they also recognize we are in a very tricky situation. The information we are receiving may be misused, misguided, or actually that created in a with wrong will. So how we can really address that risk altogether. So one point which came up from Davos meeting, particularly last year, is how to protect the scientists, how to protect the science, because science should be non-negotiable. And to them, particularly to us non-scientists, science is a North Star. If we lose a science, that we are losing this North Star, and that the ship is not really going into the right pathway. So how we can continue to work together to support the scientists to continue to their work. So that is a very interesting development at a space like the Davos. So I just want to introduce that to you. So knowing that today's topic is collaboration in science, but to me, it's a collaboration with scientists, business people, policymakers, citizens together for transformation. And among that journey, the scientists really continue to be our North Star. Thank you so much.